Hey, congratulations, you bought your property, and now after you got your property, you have got your property finance. And you're really excited, and now is the next thing you need to look out for is called the timeline. For those people who are first-time property buyers, timeline is not so much of an issue. You just need to focus on the timeline to pay for the deposit, the stamp duty, and also the completion. Okay, upon completion, how much you need to prepare, and also you have how many weeks, okay, to prepare this amount. But the confusion starts when you need to sell one property and to transit to the second property. Now, that's the part a lot of people, they have this worry, because if this timeline is not done correctly, you realize that you might not have a place to stay. So it's really important if you are selling property A and to transit into property B, okay, it's good to get one agent to help you to manage this timeline. So, and the agent who is going to help you, or perhaps you are selling yourself or buying yourself, okay, you will need to negotiate the timeline. You need to be very clear, okay, as you sell, okay, some of you might need the proceed to pay for the next property. Some of you might need to utilize your CPF to pay for the next property as well. But of course, there are situations of someone who they don't need to sell the first property, but whatever they have existing in their ordinary account, in their CPF, and also the cash they have is good enough to buy the next property. And after they bought the property, they have 6 months to sell the first property to get their ABSD reimbursed. So this is the part normally applies to all the matrimonial houses, meaning say husband and wife choose to buy one property and they choose to sell and buy the next property also under the husband and wife name. So there is in the industry there's something called decouple, meaning you sell one property and you split into two names and you buy two properties. Now, when you buy property under this scenario, okay, you may not be able to get back your ABSD information. So these are the things that you really need to take note of. Therefore, timeline is something very important. So next time when you buy a house, remember, talk to your agents, do find out a lot more about timeline management. Right? So I hope this video is going to give you some good tips when managing your own property. With that, see you guys. Bye bye.